was born with Ultra Instinct Part 1. So, when Deku went to the quirk doctor, everything happens the same. He's quirkless, he gets bullied, until one day when he was getting bullied by Katron. I can't say his real name because I can't really pronounce it. I was recording earlier, and I noticed I couldn't say his real name, so I just called him his nickname that Deku calls him. So when Katron was about to throw an explosion at Deku just dodges it and knocks Katron out, which all the kids that were near with Katron is scared and ran away. And when Deku went to sleep that night, because it was nighttime, and someone just was right in front of him because he had a dream. It was Goku. Yes, we sensed some power in a different dimension, and Goku was curious and wanted to find out who it was. And Goku is in Deku's dream, or I guess his mind, and he wants to teach Deku how to master Ultra Instinct and use Ki, which Deku is happy about it because he thinks he may get a quirk, but Goku explains that it's not a quirk. It's a Ki is something that it's inside of everyone, and he tells Deku not to tell anyone about this or Ultra Instinct, because if anyone finds out about Ki, someone bad can find out and just use it for evil. So, sorry if I'm making a noise. I'm trying to turn on my lights. It's getting hot in here. I'm going to still turn it off, probably later. So, let's see. Where was I? So, pretty much, Goku is training in Deku's mind, but when pretty much Deku is meditating when he's training. And when Deku was 7, his power level was as strong as 50% of All Might. And when the anime began around when he was 14. So Deku is 14 years old, and he is stronger than anyone in My Hero. So his power levels are around 1,000, and no one's as strong as no one's power level is at 1,000. Yeah, because everyone's power level is around like 200 and everything. If I'm correct, I don't know My Hero Academia's power levels, but I know Deku is stronger than anyone. He mastered Ultra Instinct. I know it's really impossible, but since Goku, this Goku friend that's teaching Deku is the Goku for the after the Moro arc, and I feel like Goku did master Ultra Instinct, because there was one scene in the Moro arc when he transformed, and then all of a sudden he transforms into Master Ultra Instinct again. So I feel like he mastered it. So I feel like I can make this what if that he masters his Ultra Instinct and teaches Deku how to, which Deku does, and he doesn't need to transform into it or use it. So, and his guard when he pretty much doesn't really need it, because he can still dodge anything when he doesn't need to use it, and if his guard is down, his instinct just kicks in. So yeah, and and I guess since he doesn't get bullied anymore, because Kachin always tries to fight Deku, and Deku just bodies him easily with just one hit, and no one doesn't bully him anymore in school, and Deku doesn't really want to be friends with the ones that bully him in the past, so he doesn't want to be friends with them. So he just pretty much talks to himself. He probably only talks for if any projects. I don't know if they do projects in My Hero. Probably every school probably does projects. So anyways, where was I? So we're at the end of the middle school, I guess, when the teacher tells who's going where, and no one laughs when the teacher tells tells everyone that Deku's going to UA as well, except Kachan, because Kachan's the only one that is enraged that he's going in, that him and Deku's going as well, and he when the class was over, you know how Kachan was gonna burn his book, which Deku just grabbed the book before he did, because he has instinct, and his instinct to just grab the book. Deku didn't really think he was gonna. Deku thought he was just gonna attack him, but Kachan was gonna burn the book, which his instinct just grabbed it before he could burn it, I guess, or explode it, I guess. And since he's stronger than Deku, since Deku is stronger than Kachan, he doesn't really get scared. He's not scared anymore. If he uses emotions, he won't be able to. I mean, he master it, but he can't use emotions to use Ultra Instinct. So pretty much, he doesn't need his emotions. He could use it sometime when he doesn't fight, or use his. But if he keep using his emotions, he's just gonna not be able to master it, which he already did. So anyways, so Kachan tries to attack Deku again, which Deku just always knocks him out with one hit. And since Deku is not really sad, he doesn't go to the bridge where he got attacked by the sludge villain, so he goes home like the usual way. And he never met All Might that time. And in the anime, he met All Might under the bridge, but Deku never went that bridge in this, so pretty much he never meets All Might, not yet. But he still goes where the crime scene where Kachan was in the sludge villain, because he only went to the store to just get eggs for his mom because they ran out, and he can't really fly because if any hero sees him, he will probably get in trouble, which I know it's pretty dumb. So anyways, so Deku goes to get eggs. He hears the explosions. He checks it out. He didn't get the eggs yet. He was on his way. He was there, but it happened right in front of the store before he got there, he goes in front of everyone because he wanted to see what it was or what was going on, and it was Kachan getting attacked by the sludge villain. Now I know that All Might dropped the bottle when Deku was on his leg, but let's just say he used too much power because he was in a rush because he saw someone. Let's just say he didn't save anyone from the sludge villain. He just saw someone and he jumped as high as he can, but he wasn't really focused on his power and dropped the bottle. So blame his pockets. Anyways, so Deku instinct kicks in and just not his master, just his Omen, like Ultra Instinct Omen, yeah. Cause he can still use Omen and master. He doesn't really need Omen, but since his instinct is pretty much kicking in, he just goes towards it, and he pretty much just one shots he takes Kachan out and one shots the sludge villain. He doesn't kill it, but he just knocks him out like All Might did, but a way stronger punch. And All Might was there because he wanted to know the explosion as well, and he saw how powerful Deku was, and All Might had an idea if he gave one for all to Deku, pretty much Deku was going home and he got his eggs, and Deku he also got scolded, but he just said, "Oh, I just unlocked my quirk. I didn't know what was going on. I think I just unlocked my quirk, so I didn't know what was going on." And they were like okay with it because he was a late bloomer, which he's not, and he doesn't have a quirk because Ki and Ultra Instinct is not really a quirk. Of course, I can make it, but it won't really be as strong as regular Ultra Instinct, so it doesn't really matter. So anyways, Ka pretty much everything happens the same. Kachan runs up to Deku if he didn't need help. So he runs away. So pretty much that happens. What else? Oh yeah, All Might pops out of the corner, which Deku's not really shocked because he knew he was coming. So, but he never felt the key, so he felt a little bit of key, but he thought because he never felt anyone's key except All Might, because barely anyone has key. So Deku kind of got his guard up because he didn't know if it was gonna be a villain or a villain, because he didn't know this key, because he doesn't really sense the key if it's huge. If it's a bit huge and he's just getting his guard up. And plus, his instinct was already ready, so he backed up a little bit. But it was just All Might. And Deku was kind of confused on who this... I mean, he knew who All Might was. He was a fan when he was a kid. But he's not a fan anymore. He's a fan of Goku because he's his teacher. So, Deku is pretty much confused on why All Might's here and why. And All Might explains everything what One for All is, I guess. And Deku doesn't really want All for One because he knows if he gets a quirk, he has to master the quirk. Of course, he'd probably be able to master it right off the bat, since Ultra Instinct is way stronger than One for All, and he had to control his emotions. He could already get. I mean, I don't know. If you guys want Deku to get One for All, then comment down below. If not, then if you want Deku just to have Ultra Instinct, then comment down below. But if you want him to have Ultra Instinct and One for All, then yes, I will do it. Also, yeah. I'm not done yet. I'm just saying that so you guys know if you want him to get One for All or not. Because there is going to be a big threat here soon. Just not yet. Part 1 is just a relaxing what if. I mean, not what if, man. Part. So, where was I? So, I leave that to you guys. I'll just say no for now. But if you guys want him to get One for All, now I'll do the next part saying that he gets One for All. If not, then he's just with Ultra Instinct. Because I don't want him to have Ultra Instinct. But if you guys want him to have One for All, yeah, it's up to you guys. But I feel like you guys won't really want Deku to have more power. I mean, he's already OP. So, and he still gets stronger by the day. And so, yeah. Anyways. So, after that, and Deku pretty much trains with All Might, I guess, since All Might wants Deku to train with him, which he does. So pretty much they train like in canon, except Deku's already well trained, so he just does they just do some spar, and Deku has to hold back because he knows he's really above All Might. So Deku just goes the same power, a bit above All Might's full power, which All Might just goes full power right at the start. And they train. So, also, since Ultra Instinct's not really, I guess Deku did train, but I will say that Deku tells Deku how to make senzu beans. So Deku has senzu beans. Of course, it's really Goku's not the smartest, but he went to King. Oh, is it King? No, I forgot his name. Korin, yes. Goku tells Korin to give him a list of how to make senzu beans, which he does. He tells Deku how to make one or make some. And I know it's a little bit hard to make some because I know Korin doesn't really have a lot in the anime. So yeah, that happens. So Deku has at least 5 with him, but at home he has around 20 because it was 14 years. I'll just say he can make a lot. He made a lot because he put it in a jar and he writes in the jar senzu beams, and in the back it just tells his mom or anyone that comes over they're just not eat these or eat these because they are not really food. I mean, it makes your it can. I remember in Dragon Ball when Korin gave Goku his essential beam, he wasn't injured. He just fed it to him. Goku ate it and he just got full right off the bat. But it's not. It's not. It's not for. And Deku wants to be smart and not waste them like Korin does, and just save them when when he's really injured instead of wasting when he's hungry. Like he just go downstairs and eat with his mom. So they train for the 10 months. Deku goes in the the UA school. I guess the place to do his test and everything to see if he gets in. And he passed because he didn't really fully pass, but he was around like a 90, and I feel like a 90 is a good grade. I'm not really sure how. Yeah, so pretty much he gets a 90. Since he doesn't want to, since he goes, since also Ida doesn't really scold Deku that he's talking about loud, and so, yep. And when they went outside to do their another test, they had to defeat the robots and I forget the robots' names. I just called them robots. And since Deku doesn't want to waste time, he just goes right off the bat before Midnight says go, which everyone. Well, since Ida saw that, he's scolding Deku for going. But of course, Deku didn't hear because he went out, but Ida did saw him leave. And Midnight said there's no countdown in a real fight, so they can go. And Deku already destroyed 23 robots, which everyone's in shock. I don't know how many robots were there, so I'll just say 23. But in total, let's say around 100. I'm not really good at math, so you guys can calculate that and teach me how. So, and since he just started with 23, right now he's around like 30, so he's almost halfway done. So he leaves some for everyone else, because if he destroys all of them, then he noticed everyone won't really pass, so he leaves a lot. He has 30, so no one won't really get 30 right off the bat, except him. So pretty much the big robot shows up, and Deku pretty much wasn't really phased and just shoots. Not shooting. He's still using his brute force, not ki. I mean, he could fly, but no one's gonna think he's using ki, because he's only using brute force. He's not using some sort of like quirk. They think he's just using brute force, but when he flies, they say, oh, he has a flying quirk. So, because he's flying most of it, so he destroys the big robot, and that was pretty much it. He didn't save. I mean, he did save Araka. He just didn't see her, but he just still. I mean, Araka wasn't even at the big robot, because she was way behind. So let's just say he didn't really save him. He just punched the robot because he thought it was gonna be a big point, which it's a 0-pointer. Now I remember. Yes, 0-pointer. So pretty much he passes it. Let's just say he has around 500, and that's the highest and that's the highest that everyone has ever got it. Well, All said that in a little note he got from UA. So he passed and goes to UA. I'm not really sure how many days it took for him. I think it was 2 weeks for him to get to for UA to start. So UA starts. And where was I? Let's see. I gotta charge my phone after this. So when he gets to UA, he doesn't get there early. He gets there in regular, I guess. I'm not really sure what. Let's just say perfect timing. And he's just sitting there. He noticed that someone's in the floor, which he doesn't really care because he doesn't sense anything bad for bad in him. So he leaves him. But since it's good, he just goes to sleep, because if he's asleep, he's going to sleep. So, or he can meditate. He meditates. and he has the same aura like Jiren, but he cools it down because he'll freaking just blow everything up. Not like blow the school. I mean like blow everyone that it's in the school loop that's in the class. So where was I? So Azawa wakes up. Thank gosh I can say the name. So Azawa just explained in canon that they're gonna go outside and do a test, which they do. They go outside. Azawa gives the ball to Deku and tells him to throw this ball, or tell him what he got when he threw the ball in high school without his quirk. And he said, let's just say, when he was in middle school, I mean, he had Ultra Instinct, but he never used his quirk because he can't use, or his key or anything. So he pulled it all the way, like he never had it. So let's just say he gives it to 100 yards, which is pretty good for a kid with not using any key or anything. And so now Zawa tells Deku to go full power, which, since he doesn't really want to destroy everything, he goes full power and Master Ultra Instinct, but like a little bit like all for once power. And he throws the ball. Actually, he just goes full power, but for a split second, and he goes to space. It goes way farther than space. It goes to the end of it. It goes to a black hole, which they don't know where it is. And Azawa says infinity. Well, the little machine thing in his hand said infinity, so he got infinity. So he pretty much does really good in the test because he's really strong and fast and can jump high. So that happens, and since Baku, I forgot, I can't say his name. It's too difficult for me to pronounce. So Kachan, when he saw what Deku got when he threw the ball, he rushed to Deku, and since he doesn't really he was gonna dodge it, but he noticed his instincts can't get him and not let him not to, because Azawa stopped Kachan before anything can happen, and tells Kachan if he does anything that like that again, he'll expel him, which Kachan just didn't want to get expelled. So he passed the test. Everyone got the same score except Deku, because Deku got last. But in my what if, Deku got first. Duh. And All Might was watching him, and All Might is proud of Deku. So yep, I think I could do a little bit of the hero versus villains. So since Deku never met Araka, he just gets. So it's Deku and Todoroki with versus Kachan and Ida. And I don't really know a ship, but if you guys want me to make a ship, then comment down below what kind of ship for I think I already have one. It's gonna be, what's her name? I'll remember when I'm recording, when I'm at the end of the video. So anyways, so Deku and Todoroki were about to go inside when almost said they could go inside, but Deku stops Todoroki and just says, Deku just instant transmissions, because Goku taught Deku all of his techniques. So Deku instant transmissions next to Ida and just touches the bomb, and All Might was shocked and said hero team wins. So pretty much they just won, and they were like fighting, and Kachan and Ida were fighting over to who, like, to make a plan, I guess. I don't remember. And Deku just there, just walking out the door, and Kachan is angry because he didn't know how Deku got there so quick, so they won. And I guess I'll just leave it there. I'll probably I think I got the ship. It's her, what's her name? George Nejire? Yeah. The ship is gonna be Deku and Nejire. Of course, she's around in season 3, but season 3 should be there. So I'll leave it here. So for part 1, part 2, I already have the ship. So, but for I don't think I'm not gonna give Deku one for all. He doesn't get one for all. But if you got, yeah, he's not gonna get one for all. So I'm gonna make this a bit more longer. What the heck? So anyways,
what's after the heroes versus villains? It's I forgot it's the trip when they UA. Let's just say UA field trip. That makes sense. I forgot the name. I'm not really thinking. I'm trying to rush and also take my time, but I'm gonna take my time. So anyways, where was I?
So they go to the UA field trip, and they go there, and so that happens the same. They get there, and everyone sees like some portals popping out in the middle, I guess, and Deku's instinct kicks in and jumps in the air or teleports somewhere right in front of the villains, and because his instinct kicks in, and he know when he jumped before he teleported, and he saw like a portal, so it teleports right in front of the person that controls the portal and knocks him out. So in that, since there's no one controlling the portals, they can't escape, and Deku just pretty much bodies every villain. Even he was about to punch Todoroki. There we go. He was about to punch Todoroki. I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right. And he was about to vaporize. I don't know. Like erase like Deku, but Deku dodges and next chops Todoroki, which knocks him out. Put that little quirk handcuffs on the villains. Even the one that has a portal, and Deku's instincts kinks in before Todoroki got knocked out. Oh, actually, since Deku knocked out the dude that got the controlled or like teleport anyone, that normal doesn't really come out, so they're actually fine. And even if Todoroki tells him to release the new normal, it's already too late. So let's see. So Deku's instincts kicks in, and another portal was right behind him, and it was All For One going to save. Actually, no, it was under Deku, and Deku was gonna dodge it, but he noticed he was confused on why there was another portal if he handcuffed on another person, the person that controlled the portals. And he goes in because he wants to find out. And pretty much if they gave him quirk handcuffs, he could just break free because he doesn't have a quirk, which they do give him. The villains gave Deku the handcuffs and want him to turn evil, but Deku just breaks free and knocks him out. And he notices something was about to hit him. He does a backflip, kicks All For One in the face, which didn't knock him out because he didn't know. He thought he was gonna get knocked out, but he's about to be knocked out, which Deku just shoots a ki blast, which knocks All For One out, and he gets like quirk handcuffs and just puts him inside of and sends him to prison, or like teleports off all the I guess some of the heroes that are not busy to the place the bar place that Deku fought everyone. So pretty much All For One's already taken out early, or taken down early, so he's already gone. The big threat's already gone. Of course, there's more threats like other villains in My Hero, like Overhaul, but that come later. I'm not even sure if I'll do Overhaul, but I'll probably do it around when when like all my fights overhauled instead of Deku. So anyways, so I think I should leave it here. I don't know what else. I mean, there's also what's after the the festival. I mean, I can do the festival. I could do it. So, where was I? Hope I'm still recording from that. Okay. So, the festival is about to start. And, like, was it 2 weeks? And they train? Well, Deku meditates and Goku still helps him how to control, get a bit more stronger, I guess. And he does get a bit more stronger. I don't really want to put his power level because he's the strongest in My Hero, so what's the point? So, where was I? So, wait. I'm tired. Anyways, oh yeah, the festival. So so everything happens the same. Deku, when they were gonna do the race, which Deku just zooms to the finish line in 1 second, which everyone is in shock. Of course, everyone couldn't see what happened, but they noticed some kid already in the ring with like a chair, like a beach chair. They in a lemonade, that little umbrella they use, that little thing chair and balloon they use on the beach with a glass of lemonade, which everyone was just shocked and kind of think it was funny that he was just chilling there, and a big piece of watermelon. I want some, but it's already fall. It's already bad. Anyways, so everyone gets in the ring as well, but it took a while. So pretty much that happens. And someone also saw, I'm not sure if the festival was recorded as well in let's just say Nejire saw that and she starts blushing because of how fast he was. That was it. That's how fast he was. She only saw the first round. She didn't see the second or third yet. I forgot what was the second one. It was like they had to get the headbands, which I'll probably just say the second round was the headbands. I just don't remember what it was called. And since Deku was first, everyone stared at him. But Deku already knows he's gonna win. He can just fly all the way. He could be in space. Actually, no, he can't. He's human, not Saiyan. But I feel like he could. But let's just say he goes as high as he can, and since no one can't really reach him, they give up. They just go for each other. So Deku doesn't really know anyone. Yeah, he doesn't know anyone in this school. I mean, he knows a couple, but he doesn't is actually friends with anyone. He's not friends with Oraka or anyone else. So he's pretty much in the sky, and no one can really get him. Yeah, Kacchan can't really use his quirk to get him. He's too far. He'll get tired. His hands will get, I guess, cramp. I don't know. So that happens. So Deku wins the second round again, and that 1v1 tournament happens. So it was Deku versus the kid with the purple hair. I forgot his name. I don't remember anything. I'm sorry. I'm too tired. I should have wrote his name down. It was the kid with the purple hair that can control people with when someone talks, which he says it's nice. It may be nice for you to have such a powerful quirk, which Deku doesn't want to say anything. Well, he does, but he also teleports to the side and then jumps right in front of the kid and kicks him in the gut, which knocks him out. Well, he didn't kick him because he's already close to the edge, but he just flicks him and knocks him out. So, and he did know about the brainwashing quirk. That's why he dodged. Let's just say his instincts kicked him. He didn't know it was coming. Because, was it Shoro? Was it Shoro that told Deku that he had some kind of quirk that brainwashed people, which he was aware of. But he didn't know how he did it. So his instincts kicked in and helped him. And since he kicked in, he knew what to do next. So next is Deku versus Todoroki, which Deku just kicks the ice, which Todoroki's getting tired, which he has to run towards him and try to attack him, which Deku just starts kicking the ice though, until Todoroki can't really use any ice. He has to use his fire, which he still does, but Deku just dodges, and then he instant transmission in front behind Todoroki, and Todoroki did notice that. I mean, he can't really know that he did know Deku was behind him because he saw Deku teleport right in the hero versus villain, so he knows that's one of Deku's techniques. But that was in after image, which Todoroki is in shock and scared because Deku was right in front of him and just flicks him. And pretty much Todoroki just got body easily. And so next was Deku versus Kachan, which Kachan was already ready to defeat or pound. Actually, that's not wrong. Never mind. Defeats Deku, which pretty much Deku's not really worried about. And Kachan just starts to charge right in front of Deku, which Deku just dodges his explosions, and Deku just throws Kachan back in the ring. He didn't throw him out. He wants a bit of a challenge. He's been knocking everyone too quick. Actually, Kachan just saves himself before he got knocked out with his flying explosions, I guess. And Kachan says, "Let's throw the biggest explosion," which Deku's was said okay, and Deku just tries a Kamehameha, which no one doesn't know what this is, and Kachan was already nervous, but he knows he can beat him, which Kachan just starts to do his explosion that he goes up and down, I guess, his rampage impact. Yeah, it was called impact something. So he was about to hit Deku, which when all of a sudden Deku just jumps over Kachan and just shoots the Kamehameha, which pushes Kachan out of the ring. Actually, so he gets knocked out. I mean, Deku could have just took it in, but I feel like he would get knocked out as well. So he dodges. His instinct kicks in because his instincts know that he was gonna get knocked out. Well, so one of them were, and his instincts they don't want to, and his instinct kicks in to save him. I mean, he did know, but he just wanted to see if he could stand still or just took it, which, he could, but he can't take it standing still, because he's right behind the ring. He didn't move to the same spot. He just stood still until he dodged it, and so pretty much Deku wins. I mean, he fights Ida, but since Deku knows Ida's with speed, he just goes with speed as well, which he just beats Ida like that. And I guess they do with the quirk that they do with that look like a bird, and I guess Deku just pretty much uses a key, and if I'm correct, key is pretty much, it's kind of like fire, because someone said in the anime in Dragon Ball said that key is pretty much like it burns, or like it's a bit hot, so pretty much it's getting embodied by Deku's key, which he uses his keys as fist and punches the thing that the bird uses the quirk, which Deku just kicks him out of the ring, which Deku gets first. Kachan gets second, and Todoroki. No, actually, Todoroki gets. It's the bird that gets third. So yep. So that happens. So he won that. So, but someone did saw all that and was red as a tomato, bro. I'm telling you, it was a tomato. And that was Najire. Najire saw that, saw the whole fight, and she was blushing. She couldn't stop. She didn't know why she was blushing. She was just bluffing. I mean, blushing. So where was I? What's after the festival? Isn't that the internships? Since pretty much everyone that saw the festival, everyone's going wants Deku to be in the fest. Everyone wants Deku to be in. Everyone in the internship wants Deku to be in, which Deku's kind of surprised that everyone in the whole every hero wants him to be in wants him to join, which he doesn't really know who to join, and before he chose, he thinks about Goku, which Goku doesn't want to train Deku, which is out of character of Goku, but he explains that he had 7 masters. He wants Deku to learn and he wants Deku to learn something different than just Goku teaching him the whole thing. Deku already mastered Ultra Instinct and Ki. He needs something new. He has all the techniques of Goku instead of the techniques like Vegeta has like Force Spear or anything like those techniques. So of course Goku doesn't know it. I'm not sure if Goku ever went in the anime after the Mora goes back to Yard Dragon goes back, but I don't care. So Deku goes with All Might's teacher, forgot his name. It's the old dude that does speak work. Forgot his name. He goes with him like in canon, but he doesn't really get body because he just starts dodging and then catches the old dude right off the bat, which he teaches Deku. Actually, I don't even know what he could just teach Deku. I guess more speed, I guess. Or like, because Deku never went Ultra Instinct at all, except when he used a bit of his full power again to throw the ball because he didn't want to mess anything up. So pretty much, there's nothing else. He just teaches Deku whatever he doesn't know, which Deku will learn a few things. So that worked. And let's just say, he teaches Deku how to use some sort of way to use his ki, like make like those ki blades like Goku Black and those tribe troopers that use ki blades. So I mean he didn't really think about like making random things out of his ki, except his ki ball, his like fist, his boxing ki blast. Boxing blast. I can't even say anything. That was his first thing. That was actually the first time he made it. Because he didn't think he needed it. But he did notice when he threw the ki that it got hurt. Or like it was already getting weakened. So he used it. So he knows how to use ki blades now and other things to use for his ki. He probably won't be able to. He probably won't use it unless it's like robots or anything. So, yeah. I guess there's no moves, so that doesn't really happen because all the villains that are already captured. The only villains that are not captured are the Hero Killer, which the Hero Killer is still out there, which Ito goes out
to find him for revenge, like in canon. Which, since Deku never went to help the old dude, All Might's teacher, Ida dies because Deku never went out with the bus because there was no Nomu, so they were still in the train. I don't even know where they were going for the train, or where they were going. I guess they were going patrol, but since there was the hero killer, but Deku didn't chase the Deku. Actually, Deku does still saves Ida because he did notice. He did notice like a news that his brother got hurt, which he tells Ida to take him to his brother because he has something to give him, which Ida does, and Deku gives Ida a senzu beam. He also gave All Might a senzu beam, so he is pain in that little injury and on his, I guess, stomach or torso goes away, but he also heals Ida's brother, which Ida's brother is not really hurt anymore. I'm not sure if he died. I don't remember. I don't think he did. But since this is my what if he doesn't die. So he lives. So yep. That's the first time the second time that Deku gave someone else than All Might sense of him, because All Might got a bunch of bruises from Deku, which he gives a couple of senzu beams to All Might. He doesn't want All Might to keep the senzu beam because he doesn't trust All Might. There's no villains. There's some villains, but yeah. So what else? So there's also their internships happen pretty much differently because there's no moves or anything. Just the hero killer. I could say that one villain did broke out of the prison. Let's just say it was Shigaraki. And All For One did give a little bit of his. I'm not sure if I don't want to spoil, but let's just say All For One does give something to Shigaraki, which it was his quirk. That was a spoil, was it? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna spoil too much. So yeah, that happens. Shigaraki still breaks out. So yeah, he somehow breaks out of the quirk. What's it called? The quirk handcuffs, and breaks out of prison. He doesn't save All For One because All For One was not in the same prison, but he tried. He wants to because All For One wasn't injured. He was injured with All Might and the battle against All Might and All For One earlier, but he's not like injured like in season 3 or like that time. So he breaks All For One out as well, which now they're out again. They actually break out all the villains again. So pretty much we're back at season 3, except Deku's way stronger and just pretty much I'm trying to think. Pretty much is stronger. So they go to the camp place. Yeah, Ninja is still trying to find out what his. She probably knows the name, but she just doesn't know what to say. But they'll see him soon. Yeah, the big 3 will see them soon. So anyways, where was I? So we're at season 3 when the camping place. I'm actually gonna put this is gonna be actually the whole what if, because I want to do a full part. Because I know tomorrow everyone's not gonna be quiet, and I know the other days are not gonna be quiet. So I want to do it at night, I want to actually might do my what ifs at night if they're not loud as heck. So, anyways, where was I? The camp. So they go to, I guess, like the middle of the street, under like the Beast Force, right in front of the Beast Force, which Deku notices and just shoots a big ki blast and destroyed half of the beast, which everyone is shocked and says, "Well, Deku says, well, I'm just gonna fly all the way to the middle. I don't remember what it's called. Like, I'll just the dorms, like to the dorms. So I'll just be on my way. I mean, I feel like the P cat. I know it's a name, but I don't feel like saying it. So, anyways, that one P cat, the one with the blue dress, the woman that was wearing the blue dress, the blue cat suit, so still makes some more, but since there's barely anything left, it would take a while, and pretty much the rest of the class except Deku takes forever. Deku was already there meditating and actually no, he was eating, cause he was getting hungry. Oh, I dropped my juice. Anyways, so the next day, everyone except Deku makes their food. Anyway, and then the next day they all start training, which Deku starts meditating with Goku in his mind, and pretty much he doesn't need emotions, so he just meditates and with no emotions. So that happens, and everyone was kind of confused on why he's just meditating, but they don't want to. Yeah, so they train, they do that little thing at night where they all have to hide, and everyone has to scare them, I guess. I'm not sure. So that happens. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna finish this what if right now, because I want to do tomorrow a what if about Halloween. Of course, it's one day. Is it 2 days? Yeah, it's 2 days, because tomorrow's Thursday. And I want to do a what if for Halloween. I should have done it earlier. I wasn't thinking. I may do a what if what if. What if. Anyways, so the villains still pop out, and they all want the revenge on Deku, because he was the one that put them in prison, and it was just Deku. They never saw the festival, so they don't know. Yeah, because there's no. Why would they put TVs? Yeah. Anyway, so they still catch. They only went for Deku, not for Kachan. So it's just Deku, because none of the villains saw Kachan, except probably the villains that were not with the League of Villains. So Deku just knocks some of the villains. He sends his keys, gets some handcuffs and quirk handcuffs and breaks them and puts them on the villains. So don't remember how many villains were in the camp, but let's just say a couple. The same villains, which Deku just catches them and put them in quirk handcuffs. Sure, the Rocky's not there because he wasn't there in the anime, so he won't be here as well. But he did notice a kid when he got to the dorms. It was Koda. Koda wasn't really like in the domes. He was at his spot, which Deku did notice a little bit of evil ki near him, which Deku just instant transmissions and kicks Muscular to the wall, and Muscular didn't know Deku was right in front of him, so he now he did notice that Deku did defeat All For One, so he goes full power with his muscular quirk, which Deku's not really phased. He still punches Muscular, and it punches through his muscles, which
Muscular is kind of shocked and kind of scared. So Deku just has to find a weakness, which he does one punch, and then all of a sudden it's like a trillion of punches, which pretty much doesn't really kill him. It just knocked him out, and Deku put handcuffs on. And he put handcuffs on Muscular. So, oh boy. So where was I? So Muscular's already handcuffed. The only person that is not handcuffed is the one with the portal, cause they can't. The person keeps teleporting, and of course, Deku can, but he keeps teleporting. I mean, he doesn't know it every second, but he gets that teleporter guy, but he escaped. Which Deku wanted to follow him, but he wanted to see if anyone was alright, because he didn't want to leave and see like anyone injured, because he did have senzu beams, because he didn't want to leave his guard down at any moment. He had a couple. He had like at least 10, because he doesn't know if his students may get, or not students, his friends may get hurt like again. I mean, his students never got hurt in the field trip. So yeah. So where was I? I guess since no one's let's just say the villains capture Kachan because they notice his anger and they could turn him evil, so they start capturing Kachan, which Deku does know where the base is, but it's in a different place, because they notice if Deku just went in a portal. He never entered in transmission, so let's just say Deku doesn't know where they are. Of course, he can sense off from the key, but they're pretty much a bit. Let's just say they're a bit more farther now than the bar than earlier. So I forgot how many it took to find Kachan. Was it like 6 months? No, that's too much. If it was 6 months, how did he survive? I think it was 6 weeks. I'm not sure. Imagine it was 6 years. Oh my lord. Anyways, so the heroes find Kachan and they go to the base they find the base. Alpha One and All Might fight. Since All Might's a bit weaker, All Might's full back to his prime. Alpha One's a bit weakened again, because Deku did hit him pretty hard I forgot where he kicked him in the gut, which Alpha One is a bit more weaker, which he goes full power. And I guess All Might's getting a little bit body, but he's not as getting body as in canon, which All Might defeats Alpha One the second time, even though the first time was Deku. So where was I? So they put him in prison again. So, actually, he was way weaker because he gave his power to Rocky before they went to prison at first. So let's just say Rocky and Alpha One comes, and Deku fights Rocky and All Might fights Alpha One, but All Might still wins and Rocky loses as well, because Deku was way above Rocky's lead. So that happens, and where else? I guess that was the end of. Yeah, since they're both knocked out, let's just say Deku learned Force Spirit and punches both Alpha One and Rocky. And since, remember, Alpha One, the quirk, it was a given quirk, not a birth quirk. So pretty much
Deku learned Force Spirit from Goku because Goku after the More arc went back to what's it called, the Yardrian place, to learn all the moves like Vegeta, which he teaches Deku Force Spirit, the same moves from Planet Yardrat, which Deku used Force Spirit to remove the quirk and erase it. I think he can erase it. I'm not sure. I think they erase it or just put it away. But even, well, yeah. So pretty much they All For One doesn't even exist anymore, because Deku just erased it. So now that means, yeah, there's no All For One. So there's no big threat like that again. And I don't think 9 will have it, because I feel like Shigaraki gave 9 one. Well, let's just say 9 still has it, but they don't. Deku never met 9. Actually, 9's in a different country or city, if I'm correct. So where was I? So, I guess since that was over, I guess not season 4, the end of season 3, which was the big 3, which everyone was kind of confused on, because they didn't know they were having guests until the big 3 shows up. I don't remember if any of the UA students know the big 3. If they didn't, let's just say they didn't. They didn't know what the big 3 was, or what was the big 3. Which the big 3, which was, forgot the name. I just know Nejire, because that's the ship I'm putting. No, one has yellow hair, and one has blue hair. One has like light blue hair, and that's light blue hair is Nejire. But I don't know the other dudes. I forgot their names. There's a lot of names in My Hero. Not gonna lie, like the My Hero is pretty much about a school, and there's a bunch of names. Like oh my gosh. So they explain what a big 3 is, and they want to challenge this whole class, especially Deku, because once they saw him in the festival, so they do. So pretty much, the yellow haired dude beats everyone like in canon except Deku. Deku pretty much just dodges every of his attacks, which Deku can't really attack him because he has like an invisible, or like a quirk to make him go through stuff, which he has to do something. He could probably use God Bind, which is a technique that Goku used against Broly to make him stop moving. And since he stopped in place, Deku pretty much just starts to hit him, which he got knocked out because he tried to use that same move against Muscular, which he punched him, which was like 1,000 punches, actually 100 punches, just to make sure if he doesn't like get killed. So, but Deku did held back, so he doesn't hurt him fully, which he gets knocked out. So, and Nejire and the other dude got a shock, which actually Nejire was blushing a lot. Which actually, when Deku saw Nejire the first time, Deku was kind of blushing as well, but he just didn't know why. And that kind of emotion, that was like the first emotion in a while that he had, which he didn't know why, because he barely uses emotions, because he doesn't really doesn't need emotions to, so, and he knows why he's having this emotion, because he's in love, which I don't like to talk about. Anyways, so when the class was over, Deku tells Nejire to talk to him after class, which Nejire is kind of blushing, but says okay. And when the class was over and Deku tells Nejire that if they want to, if she wants to go out of a date, but she was blushing redder than a tomato. I don't know what's redder than a tomato. Blood? No, I'm just kidding. Actually, yeah, let's just say. That's a weird way to put a different color than dark. Yeah. So they go on their date. Let's just say they went on the date the next day, cause why would they go on a date the same day? Yeah, so it's a bit too quick, bro. Let's just say tomorrow was. No, I was about to say Thursday. Tomorrow is Thursday. I meant Friday. Pretend tomorrow. So tomorrow was Friday. They went on their date after, I guess, their high school. They go on a date, and they eat. I don't know what they eat. Let's just say they ate their food. I don't know what they order. I don't know what kind of restaurant they go. Let's just say Applebee's. No, I'm just kidding. Let's just say Applebee's. They get their own food. I don't know what to give them. So they eat. I don't know where. Let's just say Deku just walks Nejire home, cause he doesn't wanna like. He wants to be like a man. He wants a man, bro. I mean, he wants to be a man when he grows up, which he's pretty much like a man. He's more like, he's not like that kind of teenager that is like annoying or like pervert. So anyways, Deku just walks Nejire home. They hold hands, blushing. Well, actually, she was blushing. He wasn't really. He was a little bit, but not fully, because he doesn't want to use too much of one emotion, or else he won't be able to use Ultra Instinct that much, or at all. I mean, it's only one, not like two. Oh. And he knows how to get rid of it, which I don't. This is why it's not for kids. Yeah, they go home. They're both at Nejire's place. She was about to say bye until he instant transmission in that room. You already know what happened. Pounding time. No, I'm joking. No, I'm joking. That didn't happen. Yo, chill. Anyways, just so Deku just goes back home. Actually, they kiss when she kissed at when she went inside. So let's just pretend pounding did exist in this. So they pound. So, yep. I don't know. I don't really. Yeah. Let's just. I guess I can end it here because Deku just bodies all the villains in My Hero, so it doesn't really matter. So pretty much, Deku graduates high school. Well, Deku is already married with Nejire. They have at least 3 kids. Why did I say 3? I was about to say my head said 2, but I said 3 out loud. So there was 2. They had 3 kids. Let's just say 1 boy, 1 girl, and adopted boy. And they have 1 pet dog. It's a pretty big dog, but it's pretty well trained. Because Deku could dodge all the technique, the dog's bite, and to make him, I guess, calm. Let's just say that happens. Like if you want the dog to stop being aggressive, just have Ultra Instinct. Duh, idiots. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so yeah, they have a pretty big house. So yeah, so Deku has a happy life because he's married, and I guess he doesn't want to teach the kids Ultra Instinct yet because they're just 3. They're all twins except the adopted one. The other one's at least one years old. So yeah. So that happened. So pretty much Deku had his life easy, except when he didn't know what Ultra Instinct or Ki was. And now look at him. He's the strongest villain ever. Not villain, I meant hero. He's the strongest hero ever that ever lived. Until his child gets stronger than him, which I probably don't know. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it here. Of course, I put all the parts together. 'Cause tomorrow I already know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna do my what if for Halloween. I had to still think about it but I'll try to figure one thing out. So, I'll see you guys. Peace.